Hey, I've got another Be Free Builds cargo camper update for you. This time, I'm going to be building a bed and table area with storage. This is the bed I first built. It's a 10-inch foam mattress resting on a 2x4 frame with a plywood top. I decided to redesign the bed area to give us some additional space for sitting, eating, and working. One of these days I'll learn SketchUp, but for now, pen and paper does the trick. So after removing the existing bed frame, I quickly cut and built these 2x4 frames for the ends of the bed. I brought them in to see how they fit in the space. They leave a nice little gap for the table in the middle. They are pretty sturdy. After that, I added some sanded plywood to the parts of the pieces that would be visible. I filled up most of the gaps with Bondo and sanded them smooth. That made up for most of the imperfections in the woodworking. They're starting to look like they belong there. So now to install the brace where the table will rest. The table should be nice and flush with the top. I cut a very simple cabinet door out of plywood and attached it with hinges. I'll put a stopper here to keep the cabinet doors closed. Now I attach the brace on the other cabinet before attaching the cabinet doors. My wife did a bit of supervising as I set this guy into place. I got a good deal on some butcher block, so that's what I'm using for the table. This camper is definitely getting heavier now. At least this time I'm adding weight to the back, since it's already pretty front heavy. It's a pretty solid bed frame. Now I'm installing the table leg stand. I've got this 2x4 here to keep the cabinet doors in place. Doing a test fit of the table. Don't worry, this is not actually warped, it's just the lens on the camera. I attach the legs to the table and get it in place. This table is a great size for the space. This is my first time using a spray gun to paint furniture. It turned out okay, but it probably would have been just as good to use a brush. I got a cheap stain and sealer combo for the table. It was a little more red than I was expecting, but it'll still work out nicely. A quick spray on these brass hinges will make them a little bit less gaudy. Now to reassemble the painted cabinets. They look clean and simple. I decided to make my own cushions for the bed/table. I've never sewn before, but learning to make cushions sounded like an interesting challenge. It didn't take long to figure out the basics, but it's not easy to make it perfect. There are a lot of instances where the cutting, pinning, and sewing weren't as straight as they could have been. Most of the imperfections are barely noticeable, and they came out pretty nice. I added a zipper so I can wash them as necessary. Here are the cushions cut and covered. They're pretty comfortable and they fit the space pretty well. Now let's get this table in here and see how it comes together. Looks pretty good, a nice little table for two. Now to see how it works as a bed. Pushing the cushions down makes it almost a full queen bed. Well, that's a big item off my checklist. Just a few more major projects and this camper will be done. If you like this video, click that like button and subscribe if you want to see more.